Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to see about singularity functions. In that, we are going to see only about the three singularity functions. The first singularity function is unit step. The second one is unit ramp. The third one is unit impulse. So first you should know what is a singularity function. Singularity function is the one which is discontinuous. Okay, it is discontinuous. It is not a continuous signal. And this singularity function can be used as a testing signal. Right. So first we will see about this unit step function. Okay, so this unit step function, how it is mathematically defined. This is the mathematical representation. It is u of t is equal to 0 for t less than 0 and it is equal to 1 for t is greater than 0. And this is the graphical representation for it. So here till 0, okay, that is when t is less than 0. For this portion it is 0. After that, that is when t is greater than 0. Okay, so for this portion its value is 1. Okay, so this is the graphical representation. Then suppose this t naught value, here we say that it is the particular instant and this t naught value is 1. T naught value is 1. On that case, how we are representing this unit step function, that is represented as u of t minus t naught, that is equal to 0 for t is less than t naught. Here it is 1 actually. This is t naught is 1. So when this t is less than this, at that time you are having the 0 values. When t is greater than this, then you will be having the 1 value. Okay, so this function is also called as delayed function because it occurs after this reference. Okay, that is 0 reference. Then here we have one more. This thing is u of t plus t naught. So that is 0 for t is less than t naught and 1 for t is greater than t naught. So here we take this minus 1 as t naught. So below t naught, that is, okay, the left hand side, the values are 0. After this t naught, the values are 1. So that is what the meaning of this. Okay. Then we have this thing, how to find out this u of minus t, that is also important. So we know what is u of t. It is a unit step function. So for t less than 0 we have 0 values and t is greater than 0, then we will be having the 1 value. Okay, so we have the change over here, right? So u of minus t means it is the reversal in time axis with respect to time axis. So we know that this is time axis, this is the minus t time axis, isn't it? So this thing is, here it is going along the positive x-axis, right? Towards the positive x-axis it is moving, horizontally it is going. So for negative time axis we have to represent it like this. Okay, so here it is 0. After that it would be having the plus 1. So how do you represent this? We can represent mathematically this like it is 1 for t less than 0. Okay, so this is u of minus t. So its value is 1 for t less than 0 and its value 0 for t is greater than 0. Like that we can write. Okay. So now we'll see how to find out this u of minus t minus 1. We want to find out u of minus t minus 1 and we need to represent it in the graphically. Okay, so here I can take this minus outside, so this can be written as t plus 1, minus of t plus 1. first we can find out u of t plus 1. So u of t plus 1 means we know that it is a advanced function. Okay, it is an advanced function. So this is u of t. This green color representation is, this is the unit step function that occurs at 0. Okay, so this is your time axis. Here we are having this u of t. So this transition occur at t equal to 0. Okay, so simply this is u of t. And to have u of t plus 1, we know that it is a advancing function. So advancing function means it occurs at minus 1. This occurs at minus 1. Okay, when t is minus 1, you have the changeover occurring. Okay, so this is the changeover. Then what is this minus of? Okay, we want to find out u of minus of t minus 1, that is t plus 1, minus of t plus 1. This is what we need to find out, isn't it? So for this, simply if you rotate it, okay, if you assume that this is your axis, which one is your axis? This particular is your axis, and you are moving this line or rotating this line to the left side, so you will be getting this as the answer. So this represents your time reversal. Okay, so the answer for this is this one. This is how we have to find out. Okay, next we move on to ramp. So here I'll be giving you the definition about what is a ramp and all. Okay, so first if we want to see the ramp function, its mathematical representation is r of t equal to 0 for t is less than 0, and it is equal to t for t is greater than 0. Okay, so it is a unit ramp function, so its slope is 1. So we should know that it is a unit ramp function. So what about the slope? So the slope is equal to 1. Okay, so what is the meaning of it? So if you have one change, 0 to 1 change along x-axis, definitely you will be having the 0 to 1 change along the y-axis. So this is your change over time. Okay, this is your change over time. So slope is, we know that slope is del y by del x, like that we can find, right? That is usually mentioned as m. So m is equal to this del y changeover is 1, del x changeover is 1, so it is 1. Okay, that's why it is called as unit ramp. Okay, fine. Now we can have this delayed function as well as we can have the advanced function. So delayed function means that is represented like this: r of t minus t naught, that is equal to 0 for t less than t naught, and it is equal to actually it is equal to t for t is greater than t naught. Okay, so it is going on like this. So this occurs after 0. Actually, if it occurs at 0 and it is continuously going on like this, okay, continuously it is rising with the slope 1, then it is a unit ramp function. But here the rising doesn't occur at 0 itself. Instead, it is getting delayed by one time unit. Okay, so this is our delay. So delay function, but anyhow after that it is getting rising. Okay, so here we have it, and this is the advanced function. Advanced function in the sense it is represented like this: r of t plus t naught, that is equal to 0 for t is less than t naught, and t is, it is t for t greater than t naught. Okay, so what is the mean, how we can interpret this t in the sense, as t increases, this r, the ramp function also increases. Okay, as t increases, ramp function also increases with the same rate. Okay, so if you have one unit change, here also you will be having one unit change. If here If you are having 2-unit chain, then here also you will be having the 2-unit chain. That's why it is given as t. Okay, so this is advanced function. Then we have one more function, that is the unit impulse function. So unit impulse function is represented like this, del of t. So this del of t is equal to 0 for t is less than 0, and it is undefined for t is equal to 0, and it is equal to again 0 for t is greater than 0. So it is only defined at t is equal to 0. So at this particular instant alone it is being defined. Okay, and here if it is a unit impulse, we represent with the help of the magnitude as 1. Okay, unit magnitude. So like that we are representing. So this occurs only at this time. Earlier to this also we don't have any value, it is 0. After this 0 also we will be having this as 0. Okay, so that is why it is represented mathematically like this. Then this one is the delayed function, we know how to represent. So it is del of t minus t naught, and this t naught can be any value. If it is 1, then t equal to 1 at that time you can have it. Okay, so that means t naught is 1. So it is occurring after the 0 origin. Okay, that's why it is a delayed function, but it is being represented like del of t minus t naught. So for advanced function, when does it occur? It occur earlier to the 0. So okay, so earlier to the 0 means for negative values. Okay, so it is minus, for minus t naught actually it occurs, but it is represented like del of t plus t naught. Okay, so this is the advanced function. Thank you.